All right, hi everybody. This is a walkthrough, slower tutorial of Discord. And the goal today is to kind of showcase the different areas inside of Discord and help you be familiar. I don't know how to turn off that sound of notifications that you're hearing coming through, but that's coming from the server here. So we're going to start with this blank server. I'm going to explain what everything means, kind of show you how to do some things. And then I'm going to go into the Serious Writer family Discord server so that I can showcase some of the specific things that we have in there. But I will say that when Kyle was showing me how to use Discord, he started with a blank one, and that really helped. And I know yesterday he and I got on and we did a sort of a walkthrough with the Serious Writer family one, but it can feel very cluttered and overwhelming when you're not really sure what you're looking at. So for those of you who are familiar with Slack, it's very similar in the interface. I'm going to go ahead and click down here on Do Not Disturb. And so I'm hoping that'll turn off my notification sounds. So when you sign up for Discord, you have your user name and your profile. Down here in the left bottom is where you'll see your face, you'll see your name, and this 4-digit code. And the 4-digit code is important because it allows people to have multiple of the same username, but that number is what keeps you identified differently. And so Discord is not a social media platform. It's more of like this forum space. And so we're going to be utilizing it very similar to how we use Facebook groups, for instance, but this is going to give us a lot more control. It's going to give you more control and be able to find things easier. It's going to allow us to have access with members easier. And I'm really excited about it. So all I did is I came down here and I clicked on my face, and you can show that you're online with the green. So you can see I changed to green. And then if you want to be idle for a little bit, you don't want to log off, but you also don't want people to message you thinking that you're at your computer or on your phone watching it, you can go to idle. I'm going to click Do Not Disturb because I don't want my notifications to come in. I'm hoping that does that. You can also go into invisible mode if you don't want people to know that you're in here, but you're actually on. That's fun too. And then there's a place that it's a status. And so you can let people know what it is that you're doing. And you could, we can say writing and planning or whatever it is that you want. And then what's fun about the custom status area is that it'll automatically take it off either forever, you can leave it with don't clear, or 4 hours, an hour, or 30 minutes. And so I'll just, for fun, do this. So what you're seeing right now is I just called this Bethany Jets testing server. A server on Discord is similar to a Facebook group. And so groups would equate to servers. And so on the left sidebar, these are different servers or groups that I've joined or created. So we're going to have one for the club. This is our Serious Writer family Discord. I'm creating one for a Platlet for our contractors. This is the one that we're in right now, and you can drag and drop these. So if I wanted the family one to be on the top, I could do that. And so if you're going to join anyone else's server or check out what other rooms are doing, you can do that, and then they'll show up here for you. So every time you're going to look at someone's screen, Kyle has, I don't know, like 500 of these, and I don't know what they mean. So you can ignore the sidebar for anyone else's screen that you're looking at, but this is where the notifications come in. So I've got a message from Kyle, and here's your home. So you can always get back to where you need to be just by going here. The right sidebar, if I had friends in this testing room, which obviously this is just a testing room, they would show up over here. So just before we go into the Serious Writer family one, those of you who are here with me live, if you have questions about anything that you're seeing on here, please let me know, because I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to go through this kind of blank Discord room and share what these different things mean. So I'm going to move from left to right. So we have the left sidebar here, which I explained. I believe this is, you can click on down here and you can go look for different rooms. There's a lot of gaming rooms, but there are some writing and business rooms that you can explore. And then you can create a server here. So very simple, and it'll look like this. And this is the screen that you'll go to when you're creating your own server. There is a really great tutorial for how to create a server. I think he's like 14 or 15 years old. He's doing this YouTube video, and he was going through how to create a server as an admin. It was awesome. And I have that link in the family group in our admin area, but if anybody wants that, I'm happy to share it because it walked me through in 45, I think it was like 30 minutes maybe, and it was fantastic. Up here, this is also, this is the room, but this is also a control center. So I'm in this left sidebar. And so when I clicked on that down arrow, this is, when people say that Discord costs $9.99 a month, that's only if you're gonna do a server boost. It's free. We might pay to have the Serious Writer Family server boosted at some point, just so that we as admin will have different features. But we are not, there will never be a time where we're gonna ask you to pay for it. So I just want to be very clear, this is not going to cost anybody anything. If you choose to boost your own server, you're free to do that, but that's what this means. This is where you can invite people. So when you click this, something I learned yesterday, here's the friends list that you can invite. Down here is the link that you can send to people to be able to come into your server. You can also do this with the Serious Writer Family server. This is where you'll find the link to give to your friends, like on Facebook or your email list or whoever it is that you're wanting to invite. This is, okay, Elizabeth said, where is it getting the list of friends? These are people that I have friended from the Serious Writer Family server. So I'm trying to friend everybody as they come into that server, and that's where it's pulling this list. So even though I'm not in the Serious Writer Family server right now and I've created this server, it still knows that it's me and it's pulling all of my friends, and I could invite them to this testing room if I wanted to. So once you actually have friends in your friends list, you can invite them to different rooms through Discord. Otherwise, you're going to need a link to send out. So if you're going to create a server room for a Bible study, let's say, or a book launch, there's so many ways that we can utilize Discord for these things. This is where you're going to find your link. But here's the big thing. Okay, down here in very small print, it says your invite link expires in 7 days. This is a fantastic feature. So I'm going to click the edit invite link. You can choose to have it expire in all of this time frame or never. So yesterday when we sent out our Serious Writer Family Discord link, it was set for 1 day and it expired and people couldn't get in. And so I was like, well, I learned something here. So I went in and changed that link to never. But let's say that you are doing a book launch and you're wanting people to come in. You could say this link is good for a week and they have a week to get in. And that way, anyone who finds that link afterwards, it's expired and they can't come into your room. Or you could say, hey, be watching, I've got 30 minutes to let you into this private something fun you're doing. I like this feature a lot. Just make sure if you want the permanent link, whatever you want the permanent link to be, that it's there. And I don't really know a lot about this, but you can also set a max number of uses. So I am assuming that means that once 10 people, so okay, I think this means that if 10, let's say 10 uses. So you could send something to your newsletter and say, hey, I've got this special promotion going for the first 10 people who use my Discord link to come in, because once 10 uses are done, that's it. And so that can help you kind of manage who is coming in. So I think I'm just getting so many ideas as I'm walking through this with you. Temporary membership. You can assign roles. I'm not really going to be getting into roles a lot in here because that's more of an admin thing. And the tutorial from the kid I was watching did a good job explaining it. And so that'll be good. And you can generate a new link. So I'm just going to click out of this and I'm going to click out of it again. So the way you find that is by going up here to this left sidebar. And here is a ton of things for you to do. This is where you can change your name. You can mute the different channels. And I haven't explained what a channel is yet, but this is where you can hide them. Here's all your privacy settings, notification settings, and the ones that I've used the most as an admin were the server settings. So I'm not going to get into that today. But the create the channel and the create the category, I will talk about those over in the Serious Writer Family server as soon as we move over there, because it'll make more sense. And I don't need to create any categories or channels for this testing one. So I'll showcase those. So this is, you'll use this a lot. But so let's go down here. So this right here is a category. So I guess I am going to talk about it right now since there's some in here. So there's lots of ways to customize your sidebar. So this is where everything lives in each individual server. This is bold because there's a message here. And this isn't bold because there's nothing new. So when we go over into the Serious Writer Family server, some of the channels will be bolded because I haven't seen updates that are in those specific channels. What's really great is that you can look at your Discord at a glance, and you only need to go in and check the ones that are have the white bold to see what's going on in there. So you don't have to constantly figure out, like, did I miss anything or did I not see something? So this spot up here that has this little drop down arrow, this is the category. And you can edit this, you can add emojis to this, you can call it whatever you want. And this plus sign is going to create a channel underneath. So it's almost like the category, a channel is almost like a room. It's the best way to explain it. So I'm in the general room right now, and it's giving me this welcome notification. Text channels are exactly that. You can text. If you look down at the bottom, oh, that's fun. It pulled up my files. I didn't know that. So that plus sign is going to pull up files. And over here, you can gift people with things. Not that I don't know how to do that or when to do that. GIFs and emojis. I love that they have emojis in here as well. So this is where you can text. A voice channel is super fun, and we have some of these set up in the family server, which I'm so excited about, and I hope people use. It's basically being able to talk to each other like on FaceTime or like a 3-way, 4-way, 5-way call. I think that the max number of users in each voice channel is 9. Kyle said, I'm not sure. But what I'm going to click over to, so now I'm in a general voice channel. So here I am, I'm flashing. And so anybody who's in here with me would be able to talk to me. And so so here I am, let's scroll down here. This is telling me that I'm voice connected. It's telling me where I'm at. It lets me have the option to do video, just like on Zoom. And it also gives me the option to share my screen. So Discord is not just a forum where we can connect with these different rooms. We also can talk to each other, we can do video with each other, and we can share screen. So this means, let's say that we're in the Serious Writer family group and, I'm sorry, server. I'm trying to say the right names. If we're in the Serious Writer family server and someone has a question, let's say about Canva. Well, if I'm online and I can answer this question, I can tell that person, hey, meet me in the general voice hangout room. I will go live right now and I'll show you. So I would, staying within the platform of Discord, be able to share my screen and do a mini tutorial. Or if you are connecting with someone and they want to show you their website or they've got questions, you'll be able to share video as well. So this is fantastic. So I'm gonna, okay, so let me explain what these little things mean. Obviously the microphone, I can mute. Now, deafen means that I don't have to listen. So it's kind of, this is muting me. Deafen is I'm not listening. I can't hear what's going on anymore. So it's basically you're muting the room so that you can't hear it. And then here are your user settings. So I guess we're gonna talk about user settings real quick. Let me X out of here. So here's the escape. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect from this voice room, and now it's gone. So let's go back down here. So mute, deafen, and then user settings. So here's mine. Here's where you can change your picture. And privacy and safety. Here's where you can do some of the things. I have right now that everybody can add me. I haven't gone through this a lot. This is something, again, if you go to YouTube, there's tons of tutorials on how to use Discord. Anyway, so here's where all of these things are: voice and video, text, images. My suggestion is just kind of play around and do the settings that you want. And if you want more details about any of these things, then I recommend finding a YouTube tutorial. I haven't done a whole lot in here. Okay. All right. So moving from left to right, this also tells you up here what channel you're in. So if I go down here to the, let's see, I want to see something. I'm just going to create a new channel. So let's call this marketing. And now I'm in the marketing channel. So this is another way to know exactly which room you're in. You'll see it'll change to general and it'll change to marketing. And now that I've seen everything in general, you'll notice it's not bold anymore. All right, so scrolling this way, this big whole area is where all of the content is going to be, the replies, the links, whatever it is. And then on this right sidebar is going to be your friends. Up here, hold on, I have to move my Zoom thing real quick. Up here, this is mute. You can mute or unmute a channel. So let's say like in the Serious Writer family one, if you don't write for children, you don't want to get notifications at all about any kind of children's things, you can go in and mute the children's channel. Totally fine. You can customize each server to what you specifically want to get notifications from. So that's how you do that. And then there are pinned messages. So I learned yesterday from Kyle that the admins can go in and pin a message, but they don't show up at the top like the way they do on a Facebook group. To see a pinned message, you're going to go here. And then if there's a message that's been pinned within that channel, that's where you'll see it. So if someone says, I've got a pinned message in the rules group, go check it out. This is where you're going to go to find that pinned message. And then this is the member list of the people who are in that. Oh, so you can see it's, so if I click it, it's gone. If I want to see it, there it is. All right, so real quick, for those of you who are with me live, any questions about this before I jump into the Serious Writer family server? Because you're going to see a whole lot of content and you're going to see the admin side of it. And it's going to look overwhelming when I jump from this to that one. So I just want to make sure, any questions about this? Okay, I'm asked, are you on a website or an app on your computer? Some of this looks different on the phone. It absolutely looks different on the phone versus the computer. So this is the desktop version of Discord. So I was using Discord through, I use Safari. I'm on a Mac. So I was in Safari and I was using it through Safari, but the right click, like if I click on here, if I'm right clicking and you can see that it opens up another menu. It allows me to go in and edit. It wasn't giving, it was like, there's like a little bit of a bug on the online version. And there's a free download for PC and Mac. So it works on Android, iPhone for the phone apps. It works on PC and Mac for computers. This is the desktop version. And I've just been leaving this kind of running in the back of my computer and checking it throughout the day. So what you're seeing right now is the desktop version. The phone version is different looking, obviously, the mobile version, but it also seems to be pretty intuitive. You're just going to need to kind of play around with where the things are in the mobile version versus this one. So that was a great question. Any other questions before I jump over? All right, so we're going to do a switch. And again, you're going to see the admin side of the family group. But if you've got your computer open, if you've got this on your computer, on your phone, obviously it'll look a little bit different. You see, here's the series. Okay, so jumping over. So now we have a whole lot more in here. There's more people over here in the members side. So again, you can see it or not see it. And then again, now I'm in the Serious Writer family server. So all of those same notifications, all the same things can be found in here. The settings, the channel, the category. If you're not an admin, you might not have some of these options in here. So this is the category, welcome, start here. So this is where everybody who comes in here is going to be welcomed. Now, the really cool thing about this is this guy right here, this Me6 bot. It's a free robot, although the paid version lets you do a whole lot more with him, but it almost acts like a moderator for you. And so you can set him up like we did to where everybody who comes into the server is getting the same message. So right now it's probably just gonna look a lot like this, but it tags the person. And then it also lets them know, hey, be sure to change your name, change your profile picture, whatever it is that you want people to do as they come into your server, that's what you're gonna put here. And once you came into the server, you got this message as well. Here's something fun about this though. 2 people have joined since I've seen this last. And so what Kyle mentioned yesterday and what is really great today, or sharing with you today, is this red line right here. So one of the frustrating things, and this is not, I'm not dissing Facebook, but I'm just saying one of the frustrating things in Facebook is that sometimes I miss messages or content because it has sorted the feed for me based on recent comments or new things. And so I have to toggle through sometimes in some of the groups I'm in to see the most recent content versus content that someone has commented on. So I miss stuff. It's nobody's fault. It's just kind of the way the program works. What I love about this is that when I come into a group or a channel, I'm sorry, this is a channel. When I come into a channel where I haven't seen all of the content, it starts you where you left. And because this is where this was the last one that I had seen on my phone, actually. I saw this on my phone. And now that I'm on the desktop version, it knows that I haven't seen these 2 messages. So it started me here. I didn't have to scroll up. And I could scroll down, but this is all it is. And so what I like about this is that you can come in here to any message. There's a difference between the darker highlight that's highlighting the message. And then when you scroll down, it darkens the message you're on. It's not very, I don't know how easy it is to see on the screen share, but it's just a slight darkening of it. But it also gives you a chance to react, like with an emoji, or you can reply to that person. And then if you click the more button, again, I'm not sure which of these are admin only features, so you'll have to play around with it, but this can be pinned. There's your reply. You can mark it as in red, so you can come back to it. You can copy it. This is probably where you can dictate it, or you can delete it. So those are probably some admin tools. But what's nice about it is that when you reply, say, hey, Lucy, so glad you're here. And now it's given like a little bit, here's my face right here. Here's the original message that it's connected to in the thread, and it's threading this here. So that's kind of nice. So you can always go back and see, you can see that it's getting bold. If I scroll up onto it, you can go back and see the message there. So this is a category, and here's our rules. And again, category, anything that you don't want to see with this little drop down arrow over here on the left, you can close them out. So you can make your space cleaner, if you will. And so we've got several things going on here. So this category is just basic information. Here's our text channels. We just left that exactly the same, like in the testing server that I showed you. So here's some text channels. I'm gonna open them up. Some of them look like they've not been dragged into here. So some people have talked in the promote your stuff. I haven't seen some things in there. And book reviewers needed, there's new comments in there. So I love that at a glance, you can kind of see, okay, people have talked here and here. No one's added any content into these things. I'm just gonna drag it in. Okay, so just move that around. Let's just do that. All right, genre chats. We broke this up because if people want to talk more about specific genres, we wanted to give options for that. So I think Kyle started it off yesterday with what is your favorite fiction book? This is letting me know that I haven't seen content from this point on. And so it's great because you can go through, you can scan it, read it, reply or do anything that you want to do. We've got one for nonfiction and children's. And like he said yesterday, as people start talking in these rooms, if we get requests or people want more specific genres. So let's say we need a romance genre or a historical genre or a mystery suspense genre. We'll just start adding those kinds of chats in here to make them more specific to what you guys want to talk about. We can have a marketing chat if you want to. Any events that we've got going on, North Carolina, we're doing a lot of stuff in Clubhouse, and then writers chat happens every week. So this is just a way where you can kind of like stay up to date with the kind of the things that are going on. We'll be adding stuff for the Academy in here. Contests are open right now. They're closing soon. And we extended the early bird discount because with my move, everything just got kind of crazy. And I wasn't as good about letting people know about dates and things. And so contests are still open. So I have the link here and we'll be adding more stuff in here as well. Almost an author, we're gonna have a contributors only section in here. And so it's kind of cool about this is right over here by this hashtag sign, there's a little lock symbol. And so what that means is as an admin, I was able to go in and create this channel, but we're only going to add in the people who are contributing to Almost an Author, who are the people who blog for that website, because Almost an Author is part of Serious Writer. So as we kind of learn about roles, which is an admin feature, and as I'm learning more about it, we'll be able to assign roles to people so that they'll be able to access certain parts of the family Discord, and not others. And so some people's sidebars are going to look different depending on if they're part of like Almost an Author, for example. So they would be able to come in here and talk and have conversations about like deadlines or what posts need to be done, etc. Same thing down here. there's an admin and moderator section. We've got little locks on all here. And that way it's content that can just go to the admins and it doesn't need to clutter everybody else's up. Okay, on my phone, I don't see the link to the annual contest under the channel. Okay, it's just a title. I'm gonna open my Discord on my phone too, just so that I'm kind of handling, I wanna be able to talk about both things. Okay, so I am here. Let me scroll down to, interesting. I wonder why on the phone it doesn't show the link. Okay, well, thank you for saying that, because I'm gonna make a note real quick that the mobile version doesn't necessarily show that. So I'm gonna look into that. Sorry for the silence, just making a quick note. So what I'm gonna do is, so the channel description isn't there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create it as a message, and let's see if that pops up. Contest information can be found at, and then I can pin it. And now, okay, and then on the phone, I can see that. Okay, so this is good to know if you're gonna be adminning a room, or not a room, a channel or a server, that the channel description does not necessarily show up on the phone. And if it does, we're not sure where it is. And so you're gonna want that description information to be a post. And probably when someone enters the channel, you might be able to have your Me6 bot send that message to them. So for example, when it comes to contests, anybody who comes into the contest channel, you could have the welcome message saying, thanks for joining the contest channel. Be sure to mark the calendar for blank date when the contest ends, so that you have it on time. You could put your input the website there. So this welcome bot right here can welcome you as a member to the server, but it can also give welcome messages to any of these channels as well. So if you have information, let's say, again, let's go back to writers. If you're going to create one of these servers for yourself so that you can have your launch team in there, so you can have fans and followers in there, your launch team, you know, you might want them to have a private room, just kind of a category for your launch team, to where they're still able to access all of this, but your readers don't need to know information about the launch team. And so they wouldn't have access to your launch team information, but they could request to join it. And so again, you've got all of that information over here in the one spot. Elizabeth, thanks for pointing that out. Okay, so these are all text-based. The hashtag is just indicating over here that it's a text-based chat. We have a videos link. I'm gonna be putting videos in here, so there's nothing in here. And then voice channels, again, it's very similar to, so it says Lucy's in the community hangout right now, which is awesome. If it's got this little speaker, it's a voice channel. So it's the same as the text, except you can talk to each other in there. And then we've got a general one, a marketing one, and just like a community, like just come and hang out in there, and then the admin. So that basically kind of runs through what's happening over here in the family server for now. We're gonna be adding to it and updating it. And again, like, okay, so here's Andy. He's working towards his next contract. So he updated his status there. And then what's fun is, Elizabeth, I can see that you're on your mobile here. So this little indicating light is what you can see when people friend you. So one of the big questions was, how do I find friends on Discord? And I did some searching. I read a few different blogs and articles on this. And I think we're just gonna have to keep reiterating that this is not a social media platform. So we're like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, you're collecting followers and friends, and LinkedIn, you're collecting connections. You're not really doing that on Discord. So while this could be a really great place to find some platform and to grow, I think Kyle's almost at 100,000 friends or followers, whatever it is that they call it here. So that he's got his little 100K in my sites, because he's about to hit 100,000. But that is partially because his audience is already on this platform. He's he writes YA in middle grade, and he's doing video games with his son, and this is a gaming platform. So as he's in, like, he's in a bunch of different servers over here, and he's collecting friends that way. So as people are coming into the family group, I am going through and friend requesting. So if I've missed you, it was not on purpose. And please feel free to send me a request as well. I'm trying to make sure I catch everybody. And then I don't know that you can see people's friends lists. I'm gonna click on Andy. So when you click on somebody, here's his profile. You can send a direct message to them here. You can add a note, which I don't know if they can see this or not. As an admin, I can give different statuses to people right here. And then if you click on their face, then you can see their profile. So you can go into your settings and add your social media. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Kyle showed me and I forgot. So we're gonna test that out real quick. So under user info, Andy could add his stuff here. Mutual friends are here, but it's not showing me anyone I'm not a friend with. So this isn't gonna be a good way to find people that you're not connected with already, but it does tell you what servers that you're in together. Let me click here. What does this do? Oh, okay, so these 3 dots, message, block, and remove. So click out of that. All right, let's click on me. Let's see what pops up. You can also right click, it said, for more actions. So here's my Facebook, my YouTube, and then my Twitter. Okay, so let's go figure out how we did that. I think it's under user settings. And I think it's under connections. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to escape out of here and walk you through one more time. So you're on your main area. If you ever get lost, you can always go up to the Discord button here, which is the home. Did it put me in my chat with Kyle? Okay, it did. Okay. Here's my family. We're gonna go back here. I clicked on this guy. Now come down here. I'm going to user settings. And down here in connections, here is where you can connect your accounts. Some of these, I have no idea what they are. Mostly because, again, this is highly a platform that gamers are using. And so you've got Twitch. I don't know what BattleNet is. Steam, don't know. But if you've got Xbox Live, but I had YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So I was able to connect those 3. I was not able to connect to my page, my author page. I had to connect to my profile. And I do not know what sync friends to Discord means, but I made sure it was on because I want that to happen. So I'm gonna make a note. What does this mean? So I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet for just a second. Sync friends to Discord for Facebook. What is that? So I gotta do some Googling. Okay, I think we're kind of like wrapping up here on this tutorial. Any questions from anyone in the chat? Because like I said, I just wanna make sure I did a slower walkthrough. Let me mention this. Over in the right sidebar, this search feature is awesome. You can search words, but then you can also search mentions, anything that has the links. You can do date specific searches, which is fantastic. You can look just within a certain channel. So that's gonna be great to play around with. Here's your inbox over here. And then there's a help button as well. So I don't see any other questions coming in. So I am gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you have questions, and as you're watching the replay, feel free to leave a comment here in the Facebook group where we're posting this. I think we're posting in a couple places. And you can also come in here and go to the support area right here and ask a question there, and we'll be sure to get that as well. And I'm gonna see if I can put this video here in videos. So I'm gonna be playing around with that too. So anyway, so thanks for being live with me. Thank you for watching this replay. I think this is gonna be a great platform for us. And I think it's gonna be great as authors too. I'm excited to start one for my readers. Now, I don't know if if it's going to become an amazing place for readers to find you, unless you're going after a much younger reader base who probably isn't specifically here for this, but I still think it's going to be a great place to have a lot of information. And if you're able to, like I said, if you're going to do a study, like a Bible study or a book study, this is a great place to have all of that information. And you can restrict who's coming into your servers. You can get emails before they come into the server because they can sign up for your email list. And then that's how they get access to the Discord server link that they're coming into. So this is a great way to build your email list as well. And I think that because this isn't a platform that's highly used for business or for authors, I think it gives you the ability to share about this with your audience, and that puts you as the thought leader and you are the expert for them in Discord, and showcasing a place that they're not going to get canceled on because we are worried about that, to be quite honest. I don't know if Kyle's been able to get into his Facebook yet, but yeah, they blocked him without warning for a week. We're not sure why. So, and he's not even doing a lot of political stuff on there. So we don't even know. Hi, Lucy. It is good to see you. So I just finished going through this walkthrough, didn't have any other questions. So I am about to just get off, but feel free to watch the replay if you've got questions. We are here to answer them. And I'm kind of learning along with you. I'm just like 2 steps ahead of you when it comes to Discord, because I've watched some admin tutorials and that really helped. And so I think what I'm going to do, I think in this videos section right here, I'm going to put the link that I said I would share. I think he's like a 14 or 15-year-old kid. His name is Gesture. Is his handle. It has an H in there, GEHSTURE. So I just searched how to do like admin roles in YouTube. I did the search and his tutorial was at the top. And so he's got a big gaming audience, but he took the time to do a Discord admin tutorial walkthrough, and it was amazing. And as young as he was, I was so impressed with him. So I'm going to put that same admin walkthrough tutorial here in the videos section so that you can see it, because I think that the best thing that you can do is to start your own server as an author, so that you can have your, like I said, you can have your launch team in here, you can do book studies in here, you can do all kinds of things in here. But I just had that walkthrough on one screen. I have 2 screens, but if I didn't, you could just, shorten, you can like drag your windows to make them smaller or bigger, and or put it on your phone. But I literally, he would say something and I would pause the video and then I would do it, and I had to rewind a couple of times. But just going step by step, the way he shared it on there, creating it as an admin, made me a lot more comfortable with the platform. And that is what I'm going to recommend to you to do as well. If you want to, if you don't, you just want to hang out in here with us, that's fine too. But it really helped me kind of get a feel for the inner workings of the platform. And now everything kind of looks, it's starting to look normal to me now. Whereas before, when I was looking at Kyle's, I got very overwhelmed and it felt very cluttered and I didn't know where to look and I didn't know where to go. And that really helped out. So I hope that this tutorial helped you as well. And like I said, if you've got questions, let us know. But I think this is going to be great. And so thanks for joining me live. And like I said, we're always available through the support email and online. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect and leave the meeting. So thank you, everybody. And I hope you have an amazing, I was going to say Monday, but it's Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Have a great Wednesday. Bye, guys.